Demon just got out of can. I gave my bro in advance. Love is just not in my plans. Not even taking a chance.
Alright, so here, body power with my man Darren. He just got blasted training legs, so he's a bit sweaty there. So you're trained by the girls now in terms of your training programme as well, who I've started working with as well. How are you finding that so far?
It's amazing. So I think I started with them probably the week after turning pro, so I'm probably training with them now probably 6 weeks. So what they do is they design my split, and then every morning they send across my training sessions for the day. And it's all based around like what we think I need to improve. So like we have a very much like back and hamstring focused split. Say back and hamstrings like 3 times a week, and then everything else is fitted in around it.
Very different from what you're doing before.
Yeah, very, very different. Like it's a lot. Sessions are a lot shorter but more intense. So like I'm in and out. Like I do 2 sessions a day, probably 40-45 minutes.
The thing I find really different with the sessions is that like the rep range is so long, sets that the actual time under tension you're working is so long. It feels so much harder, even if the weight's slightly less.
Yeah, I could end up doing like sometimes like 5-minute sets.
Yeah. Savage.
It's hard.
So in terms of obviously you just turned pro this year, which is a massive achievement over the moon. Like, the progress he's made in a year is like absolutely insane. I think everyone said that. What do you think's been the biggest catalyst in your progress from like where you were 5 years ago to where you are in like the last 12 months?
Honestly, probably training with Jamie. You know, Jamie being my coach, training with him day in, day out, the intensity, the professionalism, all that. Okay, sorry, now I have to stop. I'm going to say. Sorry.
It's right.
So you go get it.
Right, so this is part 2 of the interview because Darren had to go on whitey after training legs yesterday. So you haven't trained today, so you're fresh.
No, I'm good today. I think I'll manage the whole interview today.
And he's just eaten his meal, so he's fed and watered. So we both just had a very nice meal.
Yeah, these guys, my lunchbox.
So thoroughly impressed. So I can't remember. I think we're talking about how obviously you like the progress you made in a year was insane. From going like from where you were, I think competed in New Zealand last year, and then going again, and then winning a pro card. Like, you say what the biggest thing that made difference was training with Jamie.
Yeah, I think just training with Jamie, being consistent. You know, I was literally actually just talking to someone a minute ago about like off seasons and the progress and stuff. And how often do you hear people say like, "Oh, I'm going to take 2 years off to grow," but it's like, how much of that 2 years have you actually worked? Are you actually use it? Well, I took. Everyone's like, "Oh, that 1 year." Yeah, but that 1 year, I probably did like what most people take 3 years. I used that 1 year productively every single day. It was literally 365 days of work. It wasn't 1 year where I did 1 year, I did like 6 months of like chilling out, and then got all right. Like now it's time to get to work.
Bulking a bit soft. Yeah.
You know, like anyone who met me last year in my like off season part, there was like I was traveled to Spain, to Italy, to different shows with Jamie when he was competing, and you saw my bloody meals in my backpack. I ate every meal. I did cardio in the morning. I trained, you know, and like that was harder than prep because you try carrying around 7,000 calories worth of food and you know hitting your sessions when you travel. Like I just stayed on point. It was like I had a mission to do, and you know I think that was just the motivation was through the roof last year. So. And then just having a good circle around me. My wife supported every minute of it. Jay around me, keeping me on track. And I was just having a small but good circle. I think that was key.
It's not letting negativity into your mind, I think.
Yeah, well, that's obviously something that's I'm very, like the sort of whole mental well-being is something I'm very passionate about. You know, I've dealt with issues with depression and mental illness. So for me, I'm very much about getting this right to get this right. So I keep myself like well focused, and I don't allow negativity in. You know, so I don't even allow positivity in. So that might sound weird to some people, but when I was prepping, but it was like I listened to those who I trusted, and if some randomer came up to me and said, "You look bloody amazing," I'd say, "Yes, thank you."
But their opinion's not relevant.
It's not relevant. You know, that's one thing. Is just pick your people, pick your circle, and that's it. Don't allow outside influence.
What do you think in your training was the biggest difference? Anything changed particularly, or intensity?
Intensity, just intensity. Like anyone who's seen me and Jay train will know what I mean. But anyone who knows Jamie will know.
That's why I'm excited about seeing you guys document more of your training.
Yeah,
you didn't, like.
Yeah, I think we're gonna try to document a lot more. Especially now, we changed our system up now a little bit where it's just as intense, but we're actually got the Gelsies now doing our programming, so it's a bit more. We were all old work rate. Now there's a bit of work rate and substance. So,
Intelligence.
Yeah.
Rather than pat yourselves into
Well,
the ground.
both of us will like they'll tell you, and anyone around us will tell you, like me and Jay, our biggest strength is our willingness to just go, but it's also our biggest
Go too
weakness.
far.
Because I won't stop until I pass out. Like I literally will not. I won't stop. And it was the same with prep. Like this time, like I did my prep, and then I wanted to continue going. Like, and that's the reason I eventually pulled out of doing Toronto. Was eventually I listened to those around me who told me it was killing me, but I wouldn't stop. I was like, I want to go, I want to go, I want to go. I'm like, this is how it should feel, but it shouldn't feel like I can't get out of bed in the morning. Like
Your body's had enough.
yeah, when you and sometimes it's hard when you've got that mentality of just go, go, go to step back.
With, obviously, you put on so much size in a year, and obviously you're pushing your food very hard. And you said, I know you said already you had issues with whey digestively. Is there any other issues you found trying to get that amount of food in, or any tricks you found?
I found myself hating certain foods I used to love. Like,
Just eating it too much.
I don't know what it was. I think it was like one thing now I can't eat is Greek yogurt. Literally it makes me gag. And I used to love that. I used to love Greek yogurt and whey. But I actually think it's the whey thing. I think the whey now plays on my mind that messes with my stomach. No, I think last year I was very much one thing with Jay was health and very much on top of my digestion. So like using
You don't
probiotics.
absorb it, you're not.
Yeah, like, so it's not like if you're eating 7,000 calories but you're only like absorbing fucking 3,000 of those, what's the point? Right? So it's not what you eat, it's how much you actually absorb.
What are you doing in terms of supplementation for digestion?
So I'd have probiotics, digestive enzymes, black charcoal, fish oils, multivitamins, vitamin C.
Using the AD Ravenous as one of the digestive.
So yeah, so I probably used most of the stuff I would have got from AD. I used AD Ravenous, I used AD Matador, the glucose disposal agent. I used the Heart Plus by AD, the Liver Plus by AD. Pretty much all of their stuff, to be honest. Yeah, and then just a really good probiotic. I used to use the 50 billion probiotic. I still do. And then that was kind of the main.
How much actual stage weight did you put on in a year?
Actual stage weight minus 1 pound technically.
Your condition was much sharper.
Yeah, so I was 206 I think last year. I was 205 this year, but
Granite.
yeah, it was probably about 20 pounds, give or take. Definitely.
What's the plans now?
Plan now is relax a little bit. I say relax, I still like, as you can see, I'm still eating my meals.
And he was sick after training legs yesterday, so he's still going.
Yeah, but I took a week off, like a week to 10 days off completely. And I've just started, I found my love for training again. Like I was saying to the Gelsies, I said, I know I'm back when I'm doing your session and I still want to stay in the gym and do more. I know that because I love training. And that was the thing with when I was prepping for Toronto was I couldn't wait to finish.
Yeah,
And that's
when you don't want to be in the gym.
no. So I found my love for it again, and so I'm just being a bit like Jay set my food again. I set my food at like 4,500 calories, so I'm getting those in every day.
Is that maintaining your weight?
Just maintaining / probably dropping it. So I have like 2 cheat meals a week just to make sure I stay.
Do you spread your carbs across the day, or do you have them around training?
No, it's spread pretty evenly. I have a high amount of carbs in my first meal, and then the next every other meal contains like 50 grams minimum, and then like pre-workout and post-workout goes like 150. So I have like what I have a day now, 500 grams a day, and then we just monitor my weight. We know what's a good weight for me. If I'm around 230 pounds, that's a good weight for me. I look good, I'm mobile, I feel good, I can train hard. When it drops too low, we just say, right, cheat meal tonight. If it doesn't move the next day, cheat meal tonight. And then once it gets back to 230, right, back to normal food. That's just nothing too strict. Like, if I want to eat something, I'll eat something. But generally, I'm pretty good with my food. I rarely want to go off bad. So.
Now compete again next year, a year off, or a year of growing again.
Yeah, I kind of.
You can fill out a bit more.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like. For me, I reckon I'll be between 215 and 220 on stage next year. Because I know I still have room to grow. I know I still have, as long as I'm fresh and I'm healthy, I definitely can do it. So aim is now kind of just relax, keep myself in decent condition until I go on holidays, come back from holidays, start off season, push my weight up, and then probably December 1st start prep again, the exact day I started last year. So
Dieting over Christmas.
Dieting over Christmas, but yeah, it was the same date I started last year. That's when, so I'm probably going to do the New Zealand Pro show this year, and then carry on to
Seems like fate.
yeah, and then do Pittsburgh and New York would be the ideal 2 ones like that. So I'll put myself in 2 huge shows.
Thank you much, Darren. If you guys don't already, check out Darren on Instagram. I'll put his handle in the link below, so check him out. So hope you guys enjoy.
Thank you guys.